Hey guys, welcome. I'm Marcy, and I just want to talk to you a few minutes about going through, any type of adversity in your life, whether it's a loss or maybe an accident, maybe an illness, maybe a divorce, maybe, a death of a loved one, whatever it is. The main thing we need to do is keep our bodies healthy. And, when we're going through a lot of chaos and adversity in our life, and we're going from one transition, of life to another, we really need all the help we can get, as far as keeping our immune system up. And I was going to do a Facebook Live on actually, a challenge to work on our physiology to keep our immune system up. But, I really didn't feel up to it myself because I'm healing myself. So, you have to be at least 80% healed yourself and 80% feeling, in homeostasis or at homeostasis before you can actually really teach anyone or help anyone, with their issues. And that's one of the reasons I haven't done it yet, because I'm going through my healing journey, and whatever's working for me, I want to actually help you with. And life can throw us some curveballs, right? All kinds of them. But the main thing is we have to keep our bodies healthy. And if you're going through any type of trauma or stress does a lot to the body. Increases your cortisol, can cause hypertension. You can also get obesity, type 2 diabetes. All kinds of things can happen if your cortisol is raised, if you're stressed out. And it's almost like you're being chased by the bear. And your epinephrine, your norepinephrine goes crazy, neurotransmitters, right? And then your cortisol goes up, hormone, which is something that helps regulate you to help you with your levels of stress and protection. It's actually there to protect you, because back in the caveman days, what happened is they had to always be on guard because they had to worry about wild animals chasing them or someone else getting them. And so they had high cortisol, and when their cortisol was high, it actually caused more disease, and also shorten of lifespan. Now, a little bit of stress is actually good for the body. It really is, because stress keeps us motivated. We can't be so relaxed and la 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 that we can't get anything done, right? There has to be a balance between the stress and the hormones and everything to keep our bodies functioning at a level that is necessary for us to get to the next level in life, right? So what I'm going to talk to you about is try to reduce some of your exposure to a lot of EMF waves. And that's kind of hard to do because we're surrounded by EMF, that is electromagnetic currents, from the cell towers, the TVs, the cell phones, everything that is electronic to us is actually causing some type of reaction to our bodies. And years ago, I mean, we didn't have this, right? There were other things, but we didn't have all the cell towers and the 5G and everything. And back then, they didn't have problems with fertility, right? Everybody was having like 6 or 7 kids, and back in the, what was it, like 30s and 20s, and people, they didn't have to go to a fertility clinic. Everybody was very fertile, right? And very seldom did you see a child with childhood cancer. I mean, it was very rare. And, and nowadays it's very common. It's also very common for the breast cancer and all kinds of different cancers. But everything is like rising to the surface now because we have more of the technology. Maybe the technology, actually is good because some of it's good because it can actually detect things a lot more rapidly, right? Than if you didn't have the technology, if you, didn't know what was going on with the body. But for the most part, I picked up a book, a few years ago, and it's by Dr. McCullough. He's a great doctor. And this is all about, EMF and the different things that, we could actually do to protect ourselves. There's all kinds of supplements, if you're not taking vitamin C, you should take vitamin C every day, at least 1,000 milligrams. I take 2,000 every day because what you don't use, you'll excrete and it'll just come out in your urine. So, the best thing to do is just, take it and just, because it helps with your immune system, it helps with your cells, it helps with energy. Back in the old days, years ago, they had shortage of vitamin C and kids were getting rickets, where they had all kinds of problems with walking in their legs and that was not a very good disease, and it was because of lack of vitamin C. So we really need to be very mindful on our supplements. If you're not getting it from your fruits and vegetables, then by all means, work on getting it, as a supplement. Also, another one is quercetin. Quercetin is actually really good if you take it with vitamin D because it's more it's absorbed a little bit more better. I mean, it's actually, you can get that in berries, broccoli, red onions. But if you're not eating any of those, you can take it with vitamin D, which, women, especially over 45, us women, you need to get the vitamin D in because it's very crucial for your bones. You don't want to end up with osteoarthritis or osteoporosis because that's not a good thing to have, right? And another thing, we can get a lot of inflammation if we have too many toxins from the EMF or from the foods we eat or, different types of, water, fluoride. Fluoride can even cause it as well. That's a big controversy there, but there's so many different things that can cause toxicity, in our body and cause inflammation. We could be eating, gluten, and we may be affected by it. Maybe someone else won't, but we are, right? So we just have to be mindful on the foods we eat. But if you notice inflammation in your body, curcumin, turmeric, you can put in your smoothie, you can put in your soups, you can put on your vegetables. It's like the best thing ever for the body because we do need that, they have, this is a study they did, a couple studies they did over in India showing that they only had like a 7% rate of Alzheimer's and dementia in the country. And it's because the curcumin and also the turmeric that people take. Because, if you're going to have inflammation in your body, what else is going to happen is you're going to have inflammation in your brain. And if you are exposed to a lot of EMF waves from computers, if you're working on your computer all day, or if you're actually, working on your phones, you're going to have a lot of issues. And, it's not woo-woo, it's not, conspiracy theory. There are studies on this, but a lot of times we're not informed of all these things, it's just something that we're kind of kept in the dark, right? And we don't want to be kept in the dark anymore, do we? So this is why I'm telling you, be mindful on this. It's very, very important. We want communities that work together so we can have the higher consciousness and higher energy and higher health, right? If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You can't do anything. You can't create a wonderful, amazing life without your health. So another thing that's really good to ward off, antioxidants and EMF waves, green tea. Green tea is filled with ingredients, that actually help ward off, different toxins, also resveratrol. You can take a supplement, or you can take it, eat grapes, blueberries, dark chocolate. That's really good. Also fish oil. That's really good for the inflammation, because if you're not getting your omega-3s in, if you don't eat a lot of fish or different foods that have, omega-3s, it's really good to supplement, or you can do coconut oil, avocado oil, or even avocados, it's really good for, any type of brain issues, or even just to make sure you don't get brain issues and you don't have cognitive function issues, because you are taking, the good fat for your brain. And that's what coconut oil and avocado oil, and that's what they do. So it's really good for the brain. And another thing is sleep, good sleep. If you're not getting good sleep, that's going to cause issues about your immune system. Your immune system isn't going to be able to fight off all, the free radicals that are floating in the air from your EMF, waves that are coming from your computer and your phone and the towers and everything. So you have to get good sleep. That's one of the main things we need is, because sleep is like a shower for our brain, because everything that we think and we process during the day, once we go to sleep and lay down, it's like our brain is being showered, it's being released of all the toxins and all the yuckies, right? That from the day, all the, not just the, outside stuff, but, our inner chatter that we have with ourselves, and that's being released as we sleep. So it's, it's really important. And also, get magnesium is another really good supplement to take too, because that helps with muscle pain, and it helps alleviate some of the inflammation that you may get, from all the exposure to all the electronics. And it also helps regulate your bowels. So really good to take some good magnesium. So, that's just a little, here, just a little bit of stuff that, I just wanted to touch base on. But if you're really interested, I want to go ahead and invite you to a challenge for us beautiful women out there that, we're not yesterday's lunch. If you're over 45, you are going through some type of weird, transformation or something, and you just need, you need a little bit of support. And the best way to do that is to talk to somebody or listen to somebody who knows how to stay healthy, right? Sometimes it's not rocket science, and sometimes we have to all work together to stay healthy, because, without our health, we can have millions and millions of dollars in the bank, but what good is it going to help us, if we can't enjoy it, yeah, it'll probably get us better health care, but I would much rather have good health and wealth, right? So let's all work on taking care of our health during trying times and difficult times, because a lot of people are suffering financially, emotionally, spiritually, and we just need to get out of, our own way, right? So we can stay healthy and exercise too, and sometimes I'm bad with that. I used to get like 15,000 steps, 10,000 steps a day, but I've really slacked off a little bit in my journey. So I'm trying to do a little more now. I'm trying to get back up to that 7 to 10 again, walking the dogs and doing doing my exercises at home. But make sure you're doing some type of weights if you're over 45, because weight bearing exercises are what we need. We definitely need that as we get older, because our bones get a little bit more fragile. And and the thinner you are, the more you're more likely you are to have osteopenia, osteoporosis, so just, or osteoarthritis. We don't want that either. So with that said, you guys, keep the mind as clear as you can. Do meditation, even if it's just close your eyes for 10 minutes and do a little meditation visualization of what you want, your body and your mind to be like in this transition, right? We all want changes, and if you're in one place and you're ready to go to the next, I'm here for you. So message me below, and we can do this together. So God bless you guys, and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.